to just start because it's like 20 minutes in. Yes. Are you guys excited to see Jenks again? I am. I'm excited to see his face of just judgment whenever somebody tells a lie. Telling lies. Telling lies. No, Papa. Oh, right to hell. Right to fucking hell. Alright. It's been a week. I haven't played this game for a fucking week. How is the sound? It sounds fine. It sounds fine on my end. I don't know how it is on yours. What? Investigate the pub. I don't remember it being dark out last time. Seems okay. I don't remember what we were doing last time. I think we already looked in here. Where are we going? Atlas. Did Simon say there was another greenhouse at Abbey Farm? Oh.
Simon mentioned another greenhouse on the farm. Must be up the hill over there.
Oh my god, my eye. They're plants. Obviously evil plants.
I wonder if James knows this is here. Don't know what it is, but be interesting to see what he says about it.
What was it? It was just leaves. Or like herbs or something. It's just mint. He just has chopped up mint in his greenhouse. Dried basil. I sincerely doubt it's marijuana. It looked like the leaves were too big, but you know what? I have had like no exposure, so I have no idea. Packet of dried leaves. Alright, let's ask.
Could you tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse.
Been snooping around on the farm, have we?
It's called investigating, James.
Yeah. It's just mint. Mint leaves.
Oh my god, it is mint leaves.
Yeah, I heard you were a bit of a budding chef.
Dabble a bit. Won a few competitions.
Very impressive. So you normally just leave packets of mint lying around?
Must have dropped it.
Okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Are we just keeping it? I dropped it. Oh, thanks. Thanks. Let's ask everybody else about the mint. Hey, Emma, do you like
more
mint?
Questions, if you don't mind. You know what these are, by any chance?
No. Sorry. I don't know anything about plants or things like that, but you should ask Rebecca. She used to live on a farm. She'd know.
She said that with so much sass. She's like, you should ask fucking Rebecca. Fuck that bitch.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
You should ask Rebecca. We haven't gone to the restaurant part yet. Because there's nothing there.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Okay.
Do you know what these are?
Do you know what these are?
Magic mint. Where did you find this?
Magic mint.
Salvia divinorum. I used to grow it years ago. It makes you trip.
In what way?
It's a hallucinogenic.
Oh,
And
really?
legal. Quite a dangerous combination, really.
Do you use it?
Me? No. No, I don't even take medicines. I like to stay pure.
Pure.
I didn't expect Rebecca to know about growing drugs. I know she claims not to use them herself, but I'm not so sure.
Pure. I'm sorry, that's anti-vaxxer as fuck. Get smallpox. No, thank you.
Thank you.
No.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum, James?
Was that skin cream?
It's not a skin cream, no. It's a plant.
Really? Don't know much about plants.
So you've never heard of Salvia?
No.
Doesn't know much about plants. He had to have said something else.
Be back later on, if that's
No.
okay.
My cousin brought me brownies fresh out of the oven. Dude, you have an awesome cousin. If he's one cooking shit, why doesn't he know about plants? He could
Ask you a
know
couple more things,
about a cooking way to use the leaves and not another way to use the leaves. Like, I wouldn't be able to tell you that. I know that there's different kinds of parsley, but I only know them because Dilly taught me them. I know they're both used for cooking, and I know what some of them taste like, but I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference between like flat leaf parsley and the other one, because I only know the words flat leaf parsley. Like, I would be able to tell you that there's peppers, but I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference between some of the hot and spicy peppers. I would just know that they're spicy.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's a drug, isn't it?
Yeah. Hallucinogenic drug. Ever tried it?
No. No, I've never taken any illegal substances.
Oh, I so doubt that, honey.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you. Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Salvia divinorum.
Magic mint. Same thing.
Oh, yeah, you mean the drug? Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, ever tried it?
Like, once or twice, yeah. But it's not really my sort of thing. It messes with your brain. I've never tried any other drugs either. Nothing like that. Nothing hallucinogenic.
Know what these are?
No. Look a bit like sage leaves.
Haven't seen them before, though.
Not at all, no.
Oh. Hasn't seen the leaves before. Had tried salvia. No? Oh, maybe it's like broken down or something.
Thank
Okay, I
you.
can get that.
Probably be back later.
Oh shit, about drugs. Thought she said it wasn't illegal. Did she? Is a legal hallucinogenic, as described like Rebecca. Oh.
Just a few more questions, if you don't
Well,
mind.
maybe... I don't know. I think she just said she's never taken an
Thank you.
illegal
Probably
drug
be
in
back
general.
later.
I don't know if she's calling it an illegal drug. We can't contradict what somebody else said with what another person said. So we can't be like, Rebecca said this isn't illegal. Why are you saying it's illegal? So as far as what's her name is, as far as the girl is concerned, I can't remember.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Helen, she thinks it's illegal, and whatever.
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
No. What is it?
It's a hallucinogenic plant, a legal one, at least for the moment.
I've no interest in drugs, Inspector. My job. That's the only drug I need. As trite as that may sound.
Do you know any students who may have used hallucinogens?
No. My students aren't interested in that kind of thing. Besides, no one is allowed drugs or alcohol onto the site. I don't think anyone has ever brought drugs to Atlas.
Do you have any medicines on site
Nobody
at
is
all?
allowed to have drugs or alcohol on the site.
Places.
Enjoy your alcohol. There's no... Are you joking? No drugs or alcohol onto Atlas premises. He has scotch in his hand. He needs to get a hat like the Inspector. Rice. We're calling bullshit on this. I know he said something about alcohol. Did he not? Fine.
Do you know what this is?
Looks like
Homebrew, no,
chopped
he didn't
tea
have
bags to me. What is it?
I just thought you might know.
I don't know anything about plants, Inspector. What you should do is ask Rebecca. She knows far more about these things than I do. Messy things, growing things.
Doesn't keep medicines on site. No student has ever brought drugs to Atlas. Both of those seems like they're important. Huh.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Wasn't that girl always drunk? She might have been drunks. She might have been drunks. She might have been drunk when she got there. It said to go to the forest, so I'm gonna just, like, walk around a bit. That works.
Do you mind not defacing public property, please?
What's it to you?
Well, I'm a policeman.
And that's supposed to make what difference exactly?
It means that you do exactly what I tell you to do.
Or what? Or you arrest me?
No, I'll give you a fine this time.
So, if I do something that you don't like, I have to give you some money? What happens if you do something that I don't like? You're gonna give me some money?
Look, I do not have time to discuss it at the moment. Can you
What is this logic?
Pathetic.
What?
What a prize brat. But why would he carve that into a tree? Either he's a die-hard rock fan, or there's more to that symbol than meets the eye.
There's most Monty Python logic. Assault. God fucking damn it. Alright, let's ask about that symbol. Did he, like, take it? Did he, like, pull the bark off the tree and he's like, do you recognize this tree? This game looks familiar. We played it last week.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
It's a devil's sign, isn't it? Is that what you're getting at, Inspector?
This is not something you use on the
Of course
course.
it's not something we use on the course, Inspector. I don't even know what that could possibly mean exactly.
Well, I mean...
Be back later on, if that's okay?
Come on. Come on, let's just go throw hand signals at Emma.
A few more questions, please.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
Good morning, Garm.
No. Why?
It's okay, thanks.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Who did you see doing that?
Someone in the woods, carving it into a tree.
That was Kyle. It's a guy from the course. He's an idiot.
And where does he live?
I can't remember. Somewhere outside the village?
It's sign language for I love you.
The three
Damn
fingers
straight
thing
it
is something the students started doing. It's something from the course. The three freedoms.
The what?
The three freedoms? It's from the course. It's a phrase.
Free to be free.
Free yourself from the things that are holding you back, right? Things that stop you being successful.
What are they?
There's fear of failure, guilt, and doubting, self-doubt.
You believe that?
I thought he said
Yeah.
dousing. I'm
Guilt
like, what are they
ruins
doing
lives. It stops you looking forward. It serves no practical purpose. It's basically destructive.
Right.
Free to be free. Not the most original slogan, but I wonder how far this freedom goes. That's it for the time being, thank you.
there? We'll ask her about it while we're here.
Do you know the phrase, free to be free?
Oh, does this
Yeah.
person look like Matt Smith? I don't know what Matt Smith looks like.
It's an Atlas thing. I first heard it when I went with Simon.
What did they say about it?
They said that you shouldn't feel guilty if you do something wrong. I don't agree with that.
No?
No. No, I think you should feel guilty if you do something wrong.
What did Simon think?
I don't know, but I don't think he agreed with that either.
But Simon does agree with it.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I get what they're going for. It's human nature to fuck up. But I think if you do something wrong, you should still feel bad about it and work to better yourself. And try to right the wrong. I don't agree with just being like, well, you did something terrible. I guess that's you. Like, no. Like, no.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Can you tell me a bit about the phrase, free to be free?
Free to be free, my favourite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, well, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism, excessive doubt. Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then
excess.
they're free to realise their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly?
Yeah, don't look so surprised, Inspector. There's an intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's successful, but he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
You know what pisses me off? I find Ryan really attractive, and I think it's because he's a douche.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Why did I just pick the back of the house? What is wrong with me? Go back. Sorry, Jenks. I do James without a second thought. Who's James? Oh, this guy? Oh yeah, he's really cute. He has like no... Yeah, I would never be able to have a relationship with him, though.
Free to be free. Heard anyone use that?
Nah. What is it, a song?
No, I don't think so. Doesn't matter.
He seems like the kind of guy that would space out during sex.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Like, he would mention something completely unrelated during, and it would just derail everything. Be like, do you want a bean and cheese quesadilla? And I'll be like, what?
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Ever heard the phrase free to be free?
Do you mean the Atlas thing? Yes, I have.
Know what it means?
It means being free of guilt.
What do you think about that?
You mean, do I think it's a bad thing?
Do you? I mean, surely if you have done something wrong...
Oh, but that's the point, Inspector. Most people spend their time feeling guilty over nothing, and that's not a good thing.
Okay, I'm getting it. I'm getting why that exists. And it would make sense as to why Emma doesn't know it, because she doesn't understand that, because she didn't really go very often.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Why is it meant to mean something?
No, it's okay.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Why is there nobody ever at this restaurant? I never did ask him about the hand symbol carving.
But why?
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Edwardo, thank you so much. That is awesome. How many months? 14 months? Jesus Christ. Super appreciated. Can we get some so nices in chat? That's really appreciated. Thank you, Edwardo.
If I did that, would it mean
Did you
anything
play
to you?
shape-shifting detective?
Yeah.
Is like, no.
It's a Satanism symbol. Satanists use it.
Have you ever seen anyone using it?
Lots of people. Politicians, presidents, CEOs.
Have you ever seen anyone local using it?
Not that I remember.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
And they're British? Yeah. It's based in England. We never did go this way. Oh my.
What are you?
Hello.
Private eye?
No, I'm a police inspector.
Who are you looking for?
I'm investigating a death in the village.
That student, then. They did one last year, too. Same place.
What?
Did what?
Drowned a student. Ask that psycho about it. He runs that business cult thing up at the big house. The big house. Bunch of nut jobs.
Hey, what was the student's name?
Liam... something? Or sod?
Atlas's reputation precedes them. I think I might call the station find out a bit more about this Liam.
Hello, DCI Jones speaking.
Mike, it's Jenks.
Oh, Jenks, I thought you'd clocked off tonight.
Yeah, the chief's put me on a case tonight, the Edenton girl.
Friday night, you poor sod. I thought that was sorted out anyway.
I wish it was. Listen, are you near a computer?
I can be. Yeah, go on.
Do you know anything about a death last year? Someone called Liam in Edenton Village?
Don't remember it. Hang on, let's have a look.
I can barely hear him, and there's no subtitles for some reason.
Yeah, Liam Rogers. Says suicide last year.
Suicide?
Hang on, 2 suicides in 2 years, both on Edenton. Blimey, you've got your work cut out, Jenksy.
Yeah, don't I know it.
Right, well, good luck with that, and see you Monday.
Thanks, Mike.
Hey, baby. Yes. Oh, no. I know. I know. I know. No. Hi. Hey, my baby. Yeah, you hate that. He hates when you pet him under the neck. It's just horrible. It's the worst thing ever. Right? You just despise this. You're so cute. I love when you're good. Why don't you just stay good? It's a body. Yes, it is a body. Where are my subtitles? Yeah, they were turned off for some reason. Weird. We should save. All body, all body.
A few more questions, please. Thank you. Did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam who died.
You mean Liam who killed himself?
Yeah.
He was in my year, on a different course.
What course was Liam on?
Can't remember, not mine.
What was yours?
Plant science. First time I knew about Liam was when he killed himself.
Right, so you didn't meet him?
No.
Plant science? Plant science? Doesn't know much about plants?
Aha. So, your degree is in plant science, but you don't seem to know anything about plants.
Well, still got a lot to learn.
So you're still saying you've never heard of salvia?
Didn't say that.
So you have.
Maybe.
And you do grow it?
Yeah, it's legal, why not?
What do you do with it?
I use it for explorative purposes, meditation.
And does this involve anybody else?
Why?
Do you sell it or give it to anybody else? Sure.
Yeah, it's just for me, nobody else.
And that's the only drug you grow, is it?
Feel free to go and look if you want.
It's okay, I'll look later. The only drug he grows? I'm not sure I believe that, James. Then again, would someone growing illegal drugs bother growing a legal one?
Doesn't grow any other... Well, he never said he didn't grow any other drugs. He just said if you want to check.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Let's check just to make sure. No, he doesn't have anything in here. Nothing in here. Okay. Let's look. into Simon and Emma. Maybe they have information or something.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Ask about Liam.
What do you know about a student called Liam? Committed suicide last year.
Only that I didn't know him really well.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
What do you know about Liam?
Liam?
Local lad. Took his life.
Oh, that Liam!
This inspector really gets his 10,000
Yeah,
steps in,
yeah,
right?
I heard about him.
But you didn't know him?
No, I know he went to college, but didn't really know him. It's sad, though.
Nobody seems to
Be
know
back
this
later
guy.
on, if that's okay.
Such a small town, nobody knowing about him. It's really fucking weird. I guess it's fair. I don't know anything about my neighbors, so I can't really judge, and they live next to me. I couldn't even tell you their names.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
What can you tell me about Liam?
Oh, Liam. You mean the boy who committed... Very unfortunate, isn't it?
Did you know him?
Oh, yes, yes. Well, I say know him. I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. He can't have been, can he?
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Alright. So Rebecca probably knows him then.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Oh no.
What do you know about Liam?
You mean Liam who took his life? He used to play in a band, Black Rock or something? No, Black Stone. Very gothic. I used to let them play in here sometimes at the weekends. They were quite good.
Did you know there was anything wrong? I mean, why he might have...
No, I didn't know him very well.
Nobody fucking knew this kid. Bro.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
How much does James really know? Okay. Let's go
Couple
to
more
James
questions, if that's
and
okay.
see if we can find a contradiction. Never heard the phrase before. Private use only. Pack contains mint leaves. Won some cookery competitions. We're just one way of scrying. Knew Kate through Simon's girlfriend Emma. Didn't socialize. No one knew the girl. That's true. Dilly's taking a shower. Like, he could have found out about this after the fact. So I don't know about that. See you later, Garum. Traded his herbal tea for Simon's homebrew. Private use only.
Aha. When you
I feel
say herbal
such
tea,
a big brain.
do you mean salvia?
Probably.
So you traded salvia tea with Simon for his homebrew.
So?
So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else? Did you give it to anybody else? How many people did you give it to? Did you give it to Kate?
No.
How about Liam?
I didn't have anything to do with him dying, if that's what you mean.
So you did give him salvia?
Yes, I gave him salvia because he asked for it, but that's not what killed him.
Well, he committed suicide, James, because of psychological issues that probably weren't helped by him trying hallucinogenic drugs.
He didn't commit suicide. You don't know anything about him. You don't know what happened.
Okay, so what happened then?
Do you even know about Third Eye?
Go on.
You don't know about Third Eye. You don't know about Third Eye. You know nothing about Liam's death. I mean, forget salvia.
Fine, tell me then.
Third Eye was a cult. We had our very own psycho cult operating right here from our village hall. And I got rid of them, single-handed. I'm the one who got rid of Third Eye. Did they tell you that at the station?
Okay, start again. They were what?
You don't know anything, do you? Look. They were reeling in students, pretending to be some sort of happy life course, you know. We can make your life better sort of crap. Then they were putting everyone through this brainwashing program to make them compliant, and selling them on. It's all there.
What do you mean, selling them on?
Selling them. Objects, commodities.
What?
To who? To anyone who could afford them. Top politicians, famous celebrities, wealthy businessmen, you name it.
What for?
You don't get it, do you? Third Eye were making and selling slaves. They were black market slave traders. They were wiping people's personalities using ECT, brainwashing, cocktails of hard drugs, deliberately turning them into perfect slaves. You know how much slaves are worth on the black market these days?
No.
Millions. And I'm talking per slave. That's why anyone who stood up to them and threatened to go public like Liam was just killed off. They didn't give a damn.
So you're saying
Damn.
Liam was murdered by
Well,
Third
this
Eye?
changed.
Exactly what I'm saying. So I started looking into it. They were all saying it was suicide, but there's no way.
So, did you ever actually meet Liam?
I found out about him.
And how did you find out about all this other stuff?
It's obvious, you could tell. I met some of the students. You could see straight away there was something wrong. They were like zombies. And I can tell when someone's got ECT damage or when they've been through mind conditioning. It's just obvious. I mean, US military used all these techniques back in the 50s. It's all documented, you can read about it. They showed all the same signs.
Oh no.
So,
I forgot
did
he was like
ever actually go to a
a
meeting?
little bit crazy.
No, but I knew what went on.
How?
From what people said who'd been through it.
Okay, so do you know anyone I could speak to who did go through it?
Well, no. Look, it doesn't matter. Why did they close down if it wasn't true? They just closed down and disappeared overnight after I put all the flyers up. Bit of a coincidence.
But that was just after Liam died.
Yeah,
And do you think that had anything to do with it?
maybe, but it was the flyers that forced them to close.
Okay. Do you mind if I keep this?
Yeah, you investigate it. It'll all come out. Third Eye definitely killed Liam.
That is the
was
most
a lot
emotion
to take
he's
in.
ever
Does
done.
James really believe all this stuff? This is the first I've heard about Third Eye. Question is, what's their connection with Atlas, if there is one?
My flyers made them stop. Hey, Becky.
Please.
What do you know about Third Eye?
Have you seen this before?
Don't take any notice of that.
Why?
James Wilson is a fantasist. He spends his time pretending to cast spells in the woods. He's not exactly a stable person. And, I heard that he was involved with growing cannabis.
Really?
Well, don't quote me on that.
So you don't think there's any truth at all to this?
None at all.
Oh,
Thank
no.
you. Probably be back later.
Cannabis. Whoa. Hold the phone. Sinner.
Ask you a couple of things, please.
Oh no. Of all the things.
Have you seen this?
Yeah. It was all over college last year. James made it. Idiot.
So you don't agree with what I'm saying?
No, I don't agree with anything James says. He's absolutely crazy. He thinks that the government has been controlled by aliens and that we're all bugged. He's nuts.
Jesus. She doesn't fucking pull any budgets. I love Emma.
That's all for
I
the moment.
fucking
Thank you.
love her. She's a cheating bitch, but I love her.
Have you seen this before?
Oh, is this the thing that James did? Yeah, I've heard of it.
What do you know about all this? A third eye, I think they were called?
I don't really know anything about it. I mean, I've heard about Liam's death, but all I know about Three Eyes or whatever is on this flyer.
So you hadn't heard about Third Eye?
No, sorry.
Ryan is the former leader of the Eye.
Be back later on, if that's
You
okay.
think? Or his dad might be. Remember, he was with him and his dad apparently did it. So how much you want to bet that it's a father-son thing? It would explain where they got all this money.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. What do you know about this?
Not much.
So you've never seen this before? You don't know anything about Third Eye?
Well, I don't remember seeing it now.
You don't recognize any of the symbols on it?
No, sorry.
Didn't even look. Triangle. Okay. I don't see any symbols on there.
Okay,
I don't know
that's it
how
for
he
now.
doesn't remember
Thank
the
you.
flyer. We haven't gone in here in a while.
We're just starting a session, do you mind?
I'm terribly sorry. I'll leave you in peace.
No, go again. Damn it. Let's try the village hall again. No. Push the wrong button. This way. Anything? Damn it. The maiden mother and the crone he knew was on the mask. It is? The symbol from the mask. I knew it. I knew he fucking knew. Fucking lawyer. Liar, liar, pants for hire. That's true. He did know the maiden mother and the
A few more
crone.
questions, if you don't mind.
Doesn't recognize any symbols. Where's the mask? Where is it? There it is.
Aha.
Aha.
Ryan, you've just told me all about the moon symbols on the mask. Then you're claiming you don't know anything about the symbols on the flyer. It's all the same thing.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, yes, I do remember that.
So what did you know about Third Eye?
Lying second.
Not much, really. Never came into contact with them.
That explanation was
He
way
just
too
downed
short.
it.
Ryan's
He was
definitely
like,
hiding something.
never knew anything. Mask made by a friend who died last year. Was it Liam? Like I said, he was the leader of the Third Eye. I don't think Ryan is the leader of the Third Eye. I think somebody else was the leader of the Third Eye. Possibly his dad, who we haven't met yet. Who doesn't seem to exist in this town. Time has no meaning, so I'm having buttered noodles for breakfast. I love buttered noodles with a little bit of garlic on them.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I don't want to call the chief for an update. That's a trap. It judged me for using those phone calls, so now I'm purposely not doing it. I will walk around this entire fucking house or town repeatedly until I find the right spot. I swear to God. I love the chief. Oh, but he was so negative. He was such an ass to me. Used to read about satanic ritual, thinks the sign is devil worship. Oh. I mean, we can ask him about that. Chief, are you that dumb? I've never liked these movie games, but now they made a bit of charm and they're fun to watch. They are. They're definitely fun to watch because Jenks is so overdramatic and it's fucking amazing. Hand symbol. Thinks the fingers is double side. Oh my god, I can't breathe. Hey, baby. I didn't, but do you want me to stop and we can play a different game? Oh, go eat. That's fine, baby doll. Dilly really wants to play Neverwinter. We barely slept last night though, which sucks. I think we're gonna have to call the chief. I don't know.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Fine. Let's call the chief.
Tell me what you know, Jenks.
I'm a bit lost for ideas at the moment, to be honest, sir.
Anything else happened?
Oh, really? Did I mention the student in the woods?
No.
A rather obnoxious student carving a devil sign into a tree. Turned out Atlas used the symbol. Simon Thompson explained it. It's to do with a phrase they use on the course, the 3 freedoms. Ryan said he came up with it.
The 3 what?
The 3 freedoms. It's about getting rid of your past, or something.
Sounds as daft as that stuff James Wilson was going on about. Have you found out any more about that?
No, not really.
Well, do a bit of research. Find out what you can about this cult. Who ran it, where they were based. Find out what Ryan Rand knows about it, particularly.
Okay, Chief, I'll call later.
Righto.
Okay, he didn't really give us any hints. Speak to James again? Well, he said find out what Ryan Rand knows about it.
Thank you.
Okay, well.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I don't think I know what to do. At least I have an idea. Josie, hit me up, girl.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Only can guess because he brought them up too. Yeah, says he has a degree in plant science. But he doesn't know the mint. We did that like 25 minutes ago. I don't... You're fine, Meaty. I'm not upset.
Be back
There's
later on,
something
if that's okay.
with Ryan that he's lying about. So yeah, you need to find out more about those rights. Ask Simon. We can ask Simon. That's fine.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
No, James doesn't know anything about Third Eye. Okay. Didn't know Liam, but had heard about him. Alright. Thinks student in Woods was Atlas student Kyle. Believes guilt doesn't serve any useful purpose. His fingers make symbol through freedoms. Has Sylvia a few times. Never had any other hallucinated drugs. Okay. Hasn't seen leaves before. Oh. We already knew that.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Pressing Paul about this? We haven't met Paul.
Ask about a few more things, please.
No, I know who Paul is. They've spoken about him, but we haven't met him yet. Dude. Kate was drunk in the meeting last Friday. I mean, we can ask about this, but she could have been drunk on when she was already here. Jose. Spoilies. Some village full of cultists. But she was drunk. I'm thinking she went to the pub, got drunk, and then went to the meeting. Can you look at Liam again? Liam's death. Had heard about Liam's suicide, had met Liam at the pub. Liam seemed happy. Everybody seemed happy, which is really weird for a guy who is, like, really good at psychology. He's hiding something. Or he's just really bad. Which both are very... Why not both? You're saying his dad is not available. There's nobody else at this damn house. Like this house? No, there's no options here. Don't ever fucking throw your cardboard loose in the trash. Bag your shit, people. God damn it. This house we haven't done yet either. I'm doing it. I have no idea. Should I bring up a walkthrough? Not yet. Not unless this chief gives me nothing. Chief? Answer the phone. Has to be something about drugs, right? Chief, god fucking damn it. Maybe I just walk through the forest again. Remember last time it was like you walk through the forest and just like a body falls out of the sky? You're like, oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. Is it Ryan that knew the freedom phase, but not about the third eye? Well, that's not anything new. He could know about the phrase because that's covered in the Atlas course. Third eye was a cult that was before the Atlas cult. He wouldn't know. I mean, we can ask him. I don't necessarily mind. There's nothing that would
questions, if that's
stop
okay?
me. Phrase. Ryan invented the phrase. You know. What if they're just the same? That's what I'm thinking. I think they're just done by father and son. But Ryan said it was invented in the village hall, right? How would he know? He said that he made it. He said he invented it. I mean... Oh. If he invented the phrase, how does he not know how the finger symbol could be used? Duh! Well, why isn't it letting me... I'm freaking done. What am I supposed to click here? Village Hall never came into contact. What?
Aha.
Oh.
According to the flyer, this Third Eye group was based at the village hall, is that right?
Was it?
Ah, that's where you were based, wasn't it? Yeah, you said you invented the Atlas phrase free to be free while you were based at the village hall.
So I did.
So you must have come into contact with Third Eye at some point. You were using the same hall.
Well,
not necessarily.
I'm afraid
but okay.
I haven't been entirely honest with you, Inspector.
Go on.
You see, Third Eye is, or was, Atlas under a different name. Sorry.
Atlas is Third Eye?
In a new improved form, yes.
And you ran Third Eye?
With Dad, yes.
So you must have known Liam. You didn't just meet him, did you?
Yes, I knew him, Inspector, but don't get your hopes up. All of this has been thoroughly investigated and cleared up.
You've been investigated about his death?
They dropped the case. We didn't have anything to do with it. Well, when I say drop the case, I mean a police investigation is one thing, but what the public thinks is another. They threatened to go public, and then James bloody Wilson started distributing his flyers, and that was it. No choice. It was Nento.
You had to change the name.
We'd already paid the family an out-of-court settlement. Thought that was Nento. But then James, his cronies, they wouldn't leave it alone. So we had to close down. Buy a new place. Rebrand. So eventually, we reopened here.
As Atlas?
As Atlas.
And it worked?
Up till now, yes.
So you knew James Wilson too?
We knew James, but he didn't know us as such. Oh, he was very quick to shoot us down, but he didn't do anything like actually coming to the course to see what he was about.
So James wouldn't know that you were now running Atlas?
Not unless he came to one of our courses.
And how much of all that stuff was true? ECT machines, brainwashing?
I'm afraid that exists only exclusively in the mind of Mr. Wilson. All we do is make better business people. We challenge their prejudices and presumptions. Why don't you come along and see for yourself? The course starts in 15 minutes. Excuse me, Inspector. Hello.
So phones do exist in this world.
Well, you have my car at the moment. All right. All right. See you later. That was Dad. I have to go back. You can come and meet him if you like.
Well, I might come and have a chat.
Come with me.
I'll take it. Lovely monologue. Very lovely monologue.
To be perfectly honest,
Oh, it's pretty.
Dad's a great businessman, but he lacks imagination. He does, however, believe in the power of the individual when taught by the right teacher, of course. Ryan! In here. Just coming. He's through here.
To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating a death
Is that
in the
Rachel
village.
Green's
I
dad?
believe you knew Kate Vine.
Oh, I thought all this was dealt with, Inspector. You do know that Kate Vine was a gherkin short of a Big Mac. You do now.
Father.
You must forgive my son, Inspector. He still can't summon up the courage to come straight to the point. So what do you want to know?
Well, a few more questions if you don't mind.
But I do mind. I'm a very busy man. Try asking an intelligent question, like, do I mind being quizzed about a once promising student who turned into a useless drunk? Ryan, would you mind leaving us for a while?
I'll go back to the centre. I have one or two things to prepare. Call me if you need me, Dad.
You may begin, Mr. Holmes, although I'm not going to be able to help you. I don't have much to do with the course nowadays, so I
A gherkin
can't give
is
you
a
any
pickled
hard
cucumber.
information.
That's as maybe, but
Oh,
we
no, that's
need...
as is. But if you want my opinion, I'd be quite happy to give it to you. So, far away.
Okay, thank you.
I love him already.
Well,
He's so
Paul said we
obviously
can take
evil.
Prisoners. It's
All
obvious
right.
who's pulling the strings in this family, and I wonder what they got up to in their previous guise as Third Eye. 8 o'clock. I get the feeling I might be seeing a lot of Paul tonight.
Yeah, me too. That's why. Honey, are you ready? No? If you're not, then I can just keep talking to Paul and questioning him about Third Eye. What? Honey, you can't just nod to an option. Are you ready or not? Okay. God fucking damn it. Oh no. How do I get back in? Front?
A few more questions, please.
Oh, okay. Alright, let's start.
How well did you know Kate?
Hardly knew her at all. Met her a few times. But the course, that's about all.
So when was the last time you saw her?
Last Friday. I just popped out to the course and about 7.
Did you speak to her then?
It's possible.
And how did she seem? Was she happy, sad, preoccupied?
She was drunk.
She was drunk.
Do you know if Kate had lost this? It's her driving license.
How would I know that?
You didn't see it lying around anywhere?
No.
Why would anybody know about her driver's license?
Did you know anything about Simon Thompson's bike?
I get that it's the same tape because Potato noticed it, but that's it.
Ever tried Simon's homebrew? Simon Thompson?
No, I haven't. I wouldn't touch anything that has had Simon's fingers in it.
Oh my.
Have you seen this before?
Looks familiar. Where did you find it?
It was, in the woods.
Presumably had something to do with Kate or a killer.
Well,
That's what I'm trying to establish.
Shouldn't it be in an evidence bag, Inspector, in case of contamination?
I didn't have one with me, unfortunately.
Well, don't go testing it for DNA, will you? It's got yours all over it.
Oh my god.
What do you know about this?
It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol we use sometimes on the course. Little bird.
Look, I mean, we're in a
caged,
cult
flying
village.
away.
Someone may know about a driver's license. It's
Freeing
true.
themselves from their past is the analogy.
So do they get them when they join the course or something?
No, not as a rule. I think I bought one once as a present.
Oh, not for Kate, by any chance?
For Emma.
No, not for Kate. I can't really remember who it was for. A birthday present, maybe for one of the students.
It was for Emma.
Student?
I've no idea.
Oh my god. Emma, girl, he's way old for you, but you get it, girl.
What did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
You didn't hear anything about an argument in the pub?
Should I have?
No, that's fine. What do you know about this?
Looks like a mask.
You don't recognize it?
Not particularly. Looks like a monarch mask.
What's a monarch mask?
Monarch is fancy dress outfitters.
Symbolism
Ryan
is
goes
deep.
there sometimes.
He's old and rich. This is the costume shop. I didn't know that.
Could you tell me a bit about this?
Had it designed by an agency.
And when was that?
Last year.
Is that when you started the business?
Yes, I suppose so.
Have you ever seen one of these before?
One of these?
I believe it's a scrying mirror, pagan thing.
Ever used one?
Why would
Has
I
anyone
use
here used a scrying mirror?
So you have no interest at all in this sort of thing?
No.
Does the Atlas course use them at all?
Not at all. Strange question.
Raise his hand. What are they... did they explain their actual use correctly?
Know what this is, by any chance?
I've no idea. Gardening isn't my kind of thing. Rebecca would probably know. I presume you've met Rebecca.
Yes,
I'm sure she'd enjoy telling you what it is. She's the kind of woman who likes to feel superior. Would probably marry a millionaire and then decide to run her own pub.
Yes, why was that?
Well, she isn't exactly housewife material. She likes to be in control, like Ryan. Shame, isn't it, that I'm in control of both of them?
He is so evil.
Can you tell me a little about the Atlas phrase?
It's a divination
free to
tool
be
look
free?
towards the future. So they did explain
Where
it
did you hear
correctly.
that?
Well,
I was talking
kind
to one
of.
of your
No, they said it
students.
was to look to the dead. Whatever. I mean, scrying tools
It's a
are
little
scrying tools.
phrase we conjured up to summarize our objectives.
What is your objective, if you don't mind me asking?
Mine, or do you mean the course's objective?
On the course.
The objective of the course is to free people from bondage. We teach that most people are crippled by their past, by guilt, their attitudes, their beliefs. All that kind of nonsense.
Guilt cripples people.
Feeling guilty in business is like a meat eater feeling guilty in an abattoir. Guilt comes from the archaic emotional centers of the brain. It's a vestige of our animal ancestry, that's all. In business, you heed it at your peril. I'm sorry, Inspector. My house appears to be haunted. Would you mind closing the door?
So, you believe that guilt has no place in business?
None at all. I have few beliefs, Inspector, but that's one of them.
And what if you have
Are
done
we just
something
ignoring that?
Well, that's the whole point. Guilt has nothing to do with it.
Interesting opinion.
I feel like he's just gonna jump down Jenks's throat and pull out his appendix. Jesus fucking Christ.
How well did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam, who took his life.
Oh.
That was probably not in the script.
As far as I remember, he was a good student,
so.
confident, outgoing.
You didn't notice any problems?
I believe he had problems at home.
Were you there when he died?
Yeah.
And afterwards? You didn't see him after the meeting?
No.
What was Liam like that night?
No. Apart from being drunk, or possibly because of that, he seemed perfectly happy.
He was drunk?
Well, I
Does
assume the
everybody keep
bottle in
getting
his
drunk?
hand contained whiskey and not lemonade.
Lots of similarities to Kate, don't you think? Drinking, depression, is that normal for the students?
People come into the Atlas course for quick solutions to their problems. And when they don't get them as quickly as they might have liked, sometimes their impatience gets the better of them.
Okay, I can get that. People always look for a quick fix.
What do you know about this?
So you've been graced with Goebbels.
He couldn't be drunk in Atlas. He can be.
James.
They just don't
our
allow
local
drinking on the
minister for
premises
propaganda.
anymore.
I suppose Ryan
He may have
already
in the
told
past.
you
He may be
about
the reason.
Our actual previous incarnation.
He explained, yes.
Did he tell you anything scandalous?
Not unless you count the suicide.
Well, these things happen.
Was it your idea?
The suicide?
Third eye.
Yeah, I suppose it was. As my son had started to atrophy, I decided I ought to give him something to do.
And Third Eye was the same as Atlas, teaching business skills.
Very similar.
So Liam's death didn't prompt you to make any changes?
There was nothing we could do about Liam's death, Inspector, any more than we could do anything about Kate.
You can't contradict something that one person said with something somebody else said. I can't be like your dad said that he was
It's
drunk.
called a coincidence, Inspector. I expect they ate fast food also. But you're not investigating all the local chippies, are you?
Yeah, you can't. I can't go. Well, Paul said that he came to a meeting with a bottle, and you said something else. It's not a contradiction. That's something that somebody else said and something he said. I can't. You can't compare those. But the game just won't even allow it. You can't ask him about that. However, I can definitely say that he did specifically say alcohol isn't allowed on the campus. If Liam arrived to Third Eye at that public area, that's not a campus. That was not their campus at the time. The Atlas campus was built after Third Eye was disbanded. So the village hall is a public forum. They can tell them not to bring alcohol, but they can't say, oh, this is our private campus. It's not their private campus. So ask about it. You can't just ask about it. It doesn't give you that option. You have to ask about evidence. Having somebody mention that somebody had a bottle in their hand is not evidence. I mean, we can go. I don't mind. But I have a feeling that unless they specifically mention it during a conversation, will not be marked as evidence that I can ask about.
Let yourself go. Feel your soul lifting. Then wait for the moment to break free. Break free. Excellent, Hannah.
Well,
could you come
Jenks,
back later,
what the
please?
fuck?
What's going on here?
Please, leave.
Sorry, Ryan, there's a few more questions I have to ask you yet, and
Time's ticking by. Okay.
Normal class then? Well, they did say that they did do that stuff. He did say that all of that was a normal thing. It's just seeing it is really weird. What? How have we never noticed this before? What was that? Doll burning ceremony. Okay. Remote control lock. Some sort of lock that was found outside the training center. Let's go in real quick. If Saul said no drugs on the site, and Liam should not have brought alcohol, because the site does not specify Alice or... He said on campus. He didn't say on site. And once again, this could have been an issue where, because Liam drank alcohol on the site and they were held responsible. But either way, I can't ask him about it. It's just not, it's not an option. Have we showed everything to Paul? Most of it. Right now I'm trying to find out where to use this. Alright. I feel like we might have a contradiction there in the future. Yeah, definitely. If they mention that he had alcohol on site, that would be different. But once again, I can't contradict something that his son said with something he said. We can keep an eye out for it, though. I think Dilly mentioned it was hearsay. You can't contradict hearsay. Behind the pub, maybe? It's for a car. Is it for a car? That's not a car lock. That is 100% not a car lock. It's definitely for a car. Are you joking? Josie! I swear to God, if you're brick shooting, I'm gonna just smack you. It's not for a car! It is not old-fashioned. That's not a fucking car key. I hate you.
So, those are Ryan's guitars, kept in a garage. Not really the best place to keep them.
Close enough? No, it's not! I'm gonna keep using it and just keep opening it and closing it. Honey, what are you talking about? Honey, we never mentioned a key at all. Who is Gay Raj? I have no idea. I don't know who Gay Raj is. Don't know her. Let's ask James about all of our new evidence.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Why don't you know about Ryan's musical ability?
What do you know about doll burning?
Doll burning? What sort of doll burning?
It doesn't mean anything to you.
No. Should it?
No, that's okay.
He's like, maybe I should stop
for a
burning
moment.
dolls.
Thank you.
Why is it that you drive in a parkway but park in a driveway? Because English is stupid.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. What can you tell me about doll burning at Atlas?
Not very much. It's one of Ryan's ideas. My son is under the illusion that he's a genius.
Does Ryan play the guitar?
Ryan? Ryan couldn't get a tune out of a radio. He's tone deaf.
Okay, so he's never tried to go professional.
If he did try, it was never going to happen.
Are they Liam's guitars?
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Were they Liam's guitars? Did Rebecca at one point let Liam store his guitars at the house for some reason?
A few more questions, if you don't mind. Does Ryan play the guitar?
He tries. He does keep wasting money on them, though. I think he believes if he buys the right one, he'll suddenly turn into Jimi Hendrix. Sad, really. I just let him play in his room. As long as he plays in there, I don't mind.
What do you know about doll burning at Atlas?
Only that it's part of the course. I'm not entirely sure what they're for, but I made dozens for him.
You made them?
Oh, Ryan can't make anything. He's practically dyspraxic.
Okay. So I'm thinking that doll burning has something to do with them letting go of their guilt, and they put it into a person or a person form.
Thank you.
I can see that. It's still creepy. Like, don't get it twisted. It's fucking creepy. Brian is so loved by everyone in this village, right?
A couple more questions, if that's okay. What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection?
I know he plays, because he tried to buy one off me.
Do you play?
I used to. I used to be in a band, but I was a singer as well, so I got away with it.
Singer as well?
Kaylee, we literally
I used to
just
sing in
found
a
that
band
out.
every night. But sometimes it was in a pub, but usually at
Just
Rebecca's.
found that out.
What was that called?
It was called Blackstone. And this guy from a record company once came to see us, and he said the band was rubbish, but that I was good. So after that, I don't think they liked me much, and then we broke up after college.
Can't hide talent.
So guys, remember, if you've played this game before, have seen it before, please try to avoid spoilers. Okay? That's the second time today.
What do you know about doll burning?
Doll burning, I think was something.
They're very
we did on the
minor. It's not
course.
the end of the world. I'm just
Simon
saying.
mentioned it.
Oh, they didn't do that when you were there?
No.
Thank you. Probably be back later. What do you know about doll burning?
Not on the course. It's a ritual thing. It's getting rid of things that you don't need. Throw it into the fire.
And that's a good thing?
Well, yeah, it helps you getting rid of things you don't need, so you can move on and take control again.
So what are the masks for?
They're just to help you get into the right frame of mind. Just get you into the zone, you know, help with the trance.
A trance?
Yeah. It's like self-hypnosis. We do it on the course sometimes. It's just to help you get into the right frame of mind, you know.
So you hypnotize yourself? How do you do that?
Just stare into a mirror and chant something, you know, just say the same thing over and over again. Or you could just close your eyes and put yourself into a trance. Some people can do that.
And that's safe?
Well, yeah. Hypnosis doesn't work the way that most people think it does. You can't just be hypnotized if you don't want to be hypnotized. But you can learn to hypnotise yourself.
What did you say it was called? Auto-hypnosis?
Self-hypnosis, auto-hypnosis, same thing really.
I think Simon was a bit too quick to play down the role of auto-hypnosis.
What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection?
Not a whole lot. I know he brought a guitar to one of the groups once, at the end of one of the stages. That's the only time I've seen him with a guitar.
Well, he did say that they were used. Okay. Auto-hypnosis is used to induce using mirrors. No.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
While we're here, we'll ask her about auto-hypnosis.
Do you know what auto-hypnosis is?
It's some type of self-hypnosis, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you ever tried it?
No, I haven't. But I think Kate was into it. She learned it from when she went to Atlas.
And what did she tell you about it?
Not a lot, really. I think it helped her. I think she used it as a sort of self-meditation.
Okay.
That's all for the moment. Thank
you. So
you.
they're hypnotizing themselves with the mirrors, but he makes the James makes the black mirrors, not the other people. So what the fuck? What? Are they involved somehow? No, because he hated them because they killed Liam.
A few more questions, please. Thank you. Ever heard of auto-hypnosis, James? Self-hypnosis.
Yeah.
Ryan says he doesn't use mirrors.
It's another name for scrying.
Goody.
Some people call it auto-hypnosis, I call it scrying.
Right. So you're saying scrying is just self-hypnosis?
Scrying? You can scry on anything. I don't use a mirror. I can scry watching the clouds. Maybe the water on a lake in the moonlight.
And when you're watching the water, what happens? You go into a trance?
You lose yourself and you're unconscious. You go deeper and deeper. You swim around. Try not to go too deep. Because if you go too deep, you start drowning. Then you get dragged down to the bottom. As long as you stay swimming, come to the surface again. Then you wake up and see the world as it really is. It's like a journey to a place people talk about, but no one's ever seen.
That was good sound
You're
play.
thinking about Kate, aren't you?
What makes you say that?
She bought a mirror. Sold her one last year.
Was she into using mirrors like that?
No idea. But she bought one.
Right.
Was Emma playing at the pub the night Liam died? Maybe. I mean, I wish we could ask.
Be
But
back
that's not
later
an
on
option.
if that's okay. Ask you a couple more things, please. Can you tell me more about the auto-hypnosis techniques used on the course?
We don't use hypnosis on the course.
Not at all?
Not anymore.
So, how was it used?
Excuse me?
Hypnosis is probably the wrong word, Inspector. It's nothing to do with the trances or things like that. It was meant to force... to help students. You can't force anybody into being hypnotized. You have to want to be hypnotized. It's not something out of your control. You can't be hurt or damaged in any way by hypnosis.
So you've never put pressure on students to enter into hypnosis?
It would be impossible to do so.
It would not be impossible to do so. You convince them that that's what they want, and then you do it. Fucking hell. Mirror.
Thank you.
Let's try
Probably
Rebecca.
be back later.
What? Honey, you're mumbling. I can't hear you. What did you say? Okay. Can I talk to you later about it? Do you want to stream? Okay, guys. I'm gonna save, and I will be right back. And we are going to switch to something else. Be right back.